In what looks like a mild drama in the National Assembly complex, the House of Representatives Committee on Police Affairs adjourned sitting abruptly due to the failure of the Inspector General of Police Suleiman Abba to acknowledge Alhaji Aminu Tambuwa as the Speaker of the House of Representatives. It will be recalled that the leadership of the House mandated the House Committee on Police Affairs to investigate the recent face-off between the police and some of its members, including the Speaker, Right Honorable Aminu Tambuwa. On arriving the venue of the sitting, the chairman of the committee, Honorable Usman Kumo, asked the IGP to explain to the committee what necessitated their action on the fateful day.
To approve the extension of the emergency rule as pleaded by the President. And on that very day, we were all faced with challenges of assessing the vicinity of this National Assembly. Yes, the police that are saddled with the constitutional responsibility of protecting lives and property can undertake their constitutional responsibilities, but as a parliament all over the world, we are not in any way supposed to be under law. Neither are we in any way supposed to be tear gassed. I think these two, among other things, are what informed our today's interactive session, our today's investigations, our today's deliberations.
In response, the Inspector General of Police said that the action was due to a Salvation rally that was held by the APC the previous day, where some of its leaders made provoking statements that can be adjudged not to be good for the polity.
Amongst the background to what Mr. Chairman called the locking of the gates of the National Assembly, as well as the tear gassing, when on the 19th of November 2014, members of a political party, including their leadership, as well as aspirants, and the serving governor, conducted a rally at the Eagle Square, after which they proceeded in a procession to the headquarters of the Nigeria Police, blocked it, made many uncomplimentary statements. This, in addition to the information, credible information, made available to the Nigeria Police that the National Assembly, the security of the National Assembly was not only going to be penetrated, but that mayhem and disruption of the normal conduct of the activities in the National Assembly will be witnessed. The police high command directed the Commissioner of Police FCT to strengthen the security arrangements in the National Assembly.
However, the situation in the House turned when the IGP referred to the Speaker as Alhaji Aminu Tambuwa, which some of the members of the committee were not pleased with, and asked him to retract that statement.
Until when that was disrupted on the arrival of Alhaji Aminu Tambuwa at the gate, first gate, where all speakers.
No, let him finish.
Okay.
Let him finish.
No, let us know what's.
I think you are not a politician. You are not a politician.
He has the floor.
Yes, the floor.
Yes,
He has the floor.
I think he should be protected.
Thank you very much indeed. With the disruption of that arrangement at the first gate, it became by quite a number of thugs, suspected thugs.
This led the chairman of the committee posing the question before the IGP.
I believe the IGP does not mean he did not recognize the institution of National Assembly. Mr. IGP, simple question that triggered this Boulevard is about the statements that are perceived by members, which you can correct or which you can assert. Whether the speaker is Waziri Tambwal as it is today or not. I think it's simple.
And the IGP responded this way.
You know too well matters before the court. I believe it will be subjudice for me to comment on the matter that is before the court.
On hearing this, some of the members threatened to walk out as a result of the outright disregard for the office of the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
I, as a member of Parliament and as a member representing Oshibisor Prayer Constituency, elected into this House, I will not sit down and allow an appointee of another arm of government to disrespect the status and the office of the Mr. Speaker of the National Assembly. It's either the IGP is retracting that statement now, or I, as an individual, will have to take my leave, because that means this sitting is illegal.
The Mr. Chairman said he's hearing this committee through the Speaker of House of Representatives, which is Alhaji Waziri Aminu Tambwa. So automatically, if the IGP, because we have to control as a sort of, cannot retrace that step. It's not only you will leave. Definitely all of us will leave.
Recognize into this house. There's no way we're not going to recognize him as the IGP. No. He has to recognize the leadership of the lower chamber of this house. No. Let him withdraw his address, please, and address the Speaker properly.
Thank you very much.
This later turned into a rowdy session where the chairman had to move for the adjournment of the sitting. Due to the fracas in the National Assembly on the 20th of November, the House Committee on Police Affairs invited the Inspector General of Police to appear before it to explain what actually transpired. From what you can see, there has not been any conclusion. This is as a result of the Inspector General of Police failure to acknowledge Alhaji Aminu Tambwa as the Speaker of the House. What we cannot say for now is, where will this end? From the National Assembly Complex in Nigeria, I am Festus Ejiroga Nefife for Ben Television News.
The Nigerian main opposition party, All Progressive Congress, has formally reacted to the last week fracas at the National Assembly Complex, where police prevented and tear gas members of the National Assembly. The national chairman of the party, John Oyegun, said the scaling of the gate of the complex by some members of the National Assembly was in defense of the nation's democracy. Oyegun stated this at the inauguration ceremony of the party's zonal screening committee for the governorship aspirants under the platform of All Progressive Congress.
A lot of people have been critical of the legislators jumping over fences. Are these honorable members? I must say that I must compliment them for the indignity that they put themselves through. For the indignity that they put themselves through. I must compliment them for the vision that made them put themselves through that indignity of climbing fences, because they saw straight away that there was something unusual about to happen. And if they had not done what they did, if they had not subjected themselves to that indignity, we might have been telling a different story today. We probably will be having a replica of the wonderful Ekiti example, where 7 members can sit down and impeach a speaker, which was now being imported to the federal level.
Oyegun also condemned the invasion of the party data center in Lagos by the operatives of State Security Service.
As if that was not enough, our data center, everybody knows in this nation that we have done the most sophisticated membership registration exercise ever attempted in this country. And these are still in the process of being computerized. And subsequently, permanent voters membership cards were to be issued to members. And they have deliberately gone to disrupt the process.
The party has also set up screening committee for the presidential aspirant. From Abuja, Moyo Bamdele reporting.
The Nigerian Bar Association says it will engage over 2,000 of its members to educate and mobilize Nigerians as the country prepares for 2015 general elections. The NBA President, Augustine Aleje San, disclosed it at the inauguration of Voter Education and Mobilization Committee in Abuja. Aleje said the initiative was to ensure that 2015 election is credible, free and fair across the country, and urged Nigerians not to sell their votes.
The primary task of this committee is to educate voters on their rights, their obligations and their duties during the elections, to draw attention of the voters to the need to go out in large numbers to vote during the elections. All hands must be on deck to ensure that 2015 elections are free, fair, without being characterized by electoral violence and irregularities.
The NBA President further called on INEC, political parties and other relevant agencies to partner with the association in the quest for a smooth transition come 2015. Meanwhile, former NBA President Joseph Daudu, while accepting the task before him, appealed to members of the committee to be non-partisan during and after election.
Mr. President, I take it that the committee is not set up because of the pending election. Because if that is the case, not much can be achieved within now and February when the votes will be cast. But that is not to say that we shall not do our best to put out the word that every vote matters and that the votes must be sterile, must be untainted, and must be the will of the voter.
The committee is to champion campaign against election rigging, thuggery, and use of violence during elections, and many more. LM Chukwemeka, Ben TV, Abuja, Nigeria.